What is up, you guys? Razor here, and here is my 10,000 HP Ajax build. This is a work in progress, and that's kind of the coolest part about this video is because my modules aren't even fully ranked up yet. I still need my external components from the Hard Devourer boss farm. And then I'll have my true potential in numbers. Ajax, the numbers when it comes to defense, HP, and stuff like that, they just keep going up and up and up. So, just wanted to throw that out there. It says a work in progress. If you see something like these that are just completely out of place, that's why. For the sake of the video, I left these empty. Like, I could fill these up temporarily until I actually level these up. But I plan on maxing these ones because, as you can see, you get max HP from this module, increased HP. What a shock, right? Time distribution, which is also really beneficial to hit more skills. Hit more buttons, mash more buttons, and then we have Stim Accelerant. So, triple whammy when it comes to health modules. This is why I'm already at 10k HP. Really can't go wrong with these, especially if you're, still building your character and stuff like that. It's a nice temporary addition. Spear and Shield, this is definitely an S tier module that I need to crank up. I think it's S tier because you get defense, which is more attack, and skill power, which is the two main things that you're gonna need to boost up your skills. Skill power is way better than skill power modifier. Maybe not way better, but you get a lot more. Nimble Fingers is definitely an interesting name. Nimble Fingers, I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's just really good to be able to actually hit more abilities, equaling more damage. But this is possibly a temporary slot, we could say. If you need to remove something, it would probably be this one. Increased defense. Ajax is based around defense when doing attacks and stuff like that. If you want to boost those skill power attacks, you raise the defense. And it's crazy that it stacks with Spear and Shield. This is going to absolutely crank your defense number. And last but certainly not least, we have skill duration, 36%. So when you put down the reflective shield, by the time you put down another one, it's just fading away. So you pretty much could essentially have one out the entire fight. This is so good for your whole team to do extra damage. When you max this out, you get 10 more slots as well, essentially being free. There's definitely cooler options than the punch. When you use your grapple hook and press this at the same time, you do a backwards kickflip. I want to see all the animations for all the abilities. Sure, you guys are sick of seeing this gun by now. This is pretty useful if you went my route and you used your one free piece on Ajax, because we're Ajax mates. I think that's a good idea because you always know you're going to use that character, whereas if you put it on a gun, you never know what's coming next, right? Rifling reinforcement, of course, 32% free attack on the firearm. Fire rate, 25%, and this goes hand in hand with the last one. Weak point damage I focus on instead of crits. The critical damage on this gun and the critical damage is fine, but the critical damage rate is absolutely horrendous. It's like non-existent basically on the base gun. So if you just focus on weak point damage and just spraying and praying, that's honestly the way to go with this gun. I feel like that's why they keep throwing tamers at us that are just incredibly big leaps in DPS and stuff like that compared to our other weapons. Because the other weapons are able to crit a whole lot better. And I think this is an underrated module. But you start off with minus 20% fire rate. That's why we have the base one. And when you pull the trigger, so you literally don't even have to hit a shot for this to start working. You just start shooting. While pulling the trigger, fire rate 4%, you lose 5% recoil, and gain 6% firearm attack every 1.1 seconds, and stacks 10 times. So that essentially means 60% firearm attack over 10 seconds. If you can level this one up as well, then that's going to get even better. And basically it creates a devotion from Apex Legends. On the Tamer specifically, this is the perfect piece where you're not worrying about your crit percentage and stuff like that. So I haven't even got into my different Dream Sniper Rifle yet because I haven't had any module upgrades available for anything except for my primary weapon and Ajax. So for now, I think the only thing that will really benefit Ajax specifically is the Defense Master. When defeating an enemy, 120% defense increase for 10 seconds. Absolutely insane. This is good for even bosses, as long as they're spawning some mobs and stuff like that on the side. You just kill one of those with the sniper, and then you pull the tamer back out. You're just going to be absolutely insane. Honestly, a good way to time it with like a charge attack or something like that. Snipe, and then you press your C to leap on somebody. It'd be actually a really good combo. And then I have a second tamer on, because honestly I only use these two weapons. I'm primarily only using this because the mag is so long that I'm just shooting this and reloading it the entire time. But I think with this module specifically, Sharp Precision Shot, you shoot your entire magazine with your primary one, and then you quickly pull out the second tamer. I'm pretty sure it stacks the effect even though you're pulling out a different weapon, since it's the same one. And as you can see, when you have two different of the same weapon on, it'll remember what you have. It remembers the mods you have for every gun. It's just gonna have the exact same. And you don't need to have two of every slot, or two of every mod. It just duplicates by itself. So it's pretty nice. And I don't reload this one. This is just nice for that extra 100 bullets. If you can get a tamer with a huge magazine boost on it, that would be pretty good for your secondary. And then once it runs out, you just don't really use it. For reactors, honestly, it's all about the purple ones. I don't worry about the skill power or sub-attack power numbers. All I worry about is those checks. The check marks are really good to have, of course, but the bottom four numbers, those are the ones actually boosting your skill power ability. Basically, you're going to see bigger numbers from the bottom four. The top numbers are just to make you feel better. The bottom four are where you see results. So that's why I have a random purple reactor. For now, these are pretty random, but I can recommend the Acrobat Auxiliary Power combo, because when you have the whole quad, the firearm critical hit rate goes up to 5.9%, and the skill critical hit rate goes up 21%. I want to go grind some new pieces out, but when I was making my way through the story, basically, I just pretty much looked at the defense number and let those be cranked up to the max. Of course, you don't need more shield and HP, because your HP tank is already pretty up there, you know? So I just focused on having more defense, and as you can see, they're pretty decent numbers, but those are pretty relevant compared to being able to stack the right kit. And the best Ajax kit, from what I've heard, is from the hard Devourer boss fight. You can farm pieces on that fight, and of course it's not really much of a farm if most of us aren't even there yet. Definitely a good starter set if you're looking to get a set done. So there you have it. That is my Ajax 10,000 HP build. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'd also love to hear what you guys are rocking. Any pieces that are better than mine and actually would fit in the build, I would love to hear it. Can't wait to actually max out these modules and stuff like that and see the max potential. I'm sure some things will change, so make sure you hit the sub bell. Set it to all posts so I can let you guys know about the next updated Ajax build. If you guys want any like movement guides and stuff like that, that's what I want to make. So please let me know if you guys are interested in stuff like that. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.